Welcome back. Today we'll focus on a pose called Sphinx Pose. For this pose, you may need a bolster if you like to take the pose a little bit deeper, or you can even use a couple of blankets just to make yourself nice and comfortable, so that if you like to go ahead and grab your props and come back and meet me, pause the video for a moment and then come back with your props. Initially, what we're going to do is you can just take one of the blankets and put it nice and long on your mat, just like so, just so that you can give yourself a nice, comfortable area to practice in. And then the second blanket you can use on underneath your chest, like this, just for a little bit of a height. You can put the bolster aside just in case you want to go a little bit higher. Sphinx pose is a wonderful pose that provides a nice, easy compression in the lumbar spine. And especially if you have a herniated disc, it might be very therapeutic for this area, for the lumbar spine, lower lumbar. But you want to be careful that if there's any pain whatsoever, you definitely want to come out of this pose. And we will initially start at a lower level and then eventually come up a little bit, raising the chest and creating more of the compression. But really keep in mind that you want to keep an equilibrium in the back, in your back, as we're staying in the pose for a few minutes, so that there's not too much compression on one area of the spine, and really thinking about elongating the front of the body as opposed to dumping into the lower back. So to come into the pose, you want to lie down on your belly, just like this. And initially, let's start with the blanket away so that you can come into a pose called crocodile pose. Stacking your hands on top of each other. Let your elbows go out to the side. And then you want to bring your forehead on top of your stacked hands. So when you come into this pose, initially check and make sure that your glutes are soft, that your legs are soft. So you can sway a little bit side to side and letting your sacrum be really soft, and shake it a little bit so that you're not squeezing or holding any tension in the buttocks or in lower back. And then rest your head all the way down, resting your forehead all the way down on your stacked arms. See that the shoulders are really soft. So sometimes the tendency is, as you come into this pose, the shoulders creep up to the ears. So let the shoulders really be soft and let the armpits melt down towards the floor. And then just stay here for a few moments, breathing into the belly. And exhale all the way around. And notice that you just want to allow your body to relax in this pose, that you're not really pressing down with your belly or pressing down with your chest. Just become really comfortable in this posture. Just let the head relax, let the forehead relax. Let the shoulders be soft. Let the jaws be soft. And then really slowly, as you're ready, begin to lift your chest up, followed by your head, and then go ahead and grab the other blanket if you like to, and bring it a little bit closer to your chest. Then you can place your elbows on top of the second blanket. So the forearms now are resting on the blanket. And notice if there's too much compression on your lower back, you can either get rid of the blanket, the top blanket, or you can just lower back down to the previous pose, the crocodile pose. Otherwise, lift your chest up and see that the elbows are directly in line with the shoulders. So they're not way up here or way back here. So make sure that the elbows are resting directly underneath the shoulders. And then again, check in once again to make sure that the glutes are soft. Sway a little bit side to side. And once you find that nice comfortable position, you can either lift the chest up and have your gaze forward with a soft gaze, or you can let the head drop. If you let the head drop, you may feel a nice stretch through the neck and the shoulders. Just be here for a couple of minutes, or you can switch back and forth, so you can look up for about a moment and then look down. Just be really gentle with your neck right here. So there's no tension at all. And then take your awareness to the back of your lungs. Take a deep breath into the lungs. Feel your lungs expand. And exhale out through an open mouth. And 2 more times just like this with your own rhythm. So inhale through the nose and feel the back of the lungs expand, expanding open the chest. And then as you exhale, let your head drop and exhale out through an open mouth. One more inhalation, lift the head up. Inhaling through the nostrils. See how your inhalation creates a natural back bend. And then as you exhale, allow the head drop. And relax into the pose a little bit more. Let your exhalations relax the hips and even the pelvis down towards the floor. And just notice, have the intention for your toes to be soft. So if your toes are tucked under and it's a little bit intense, just go ahead and unravel your toes. Let the top of your feet rest comfortably on the floor. Let the knees melt down towards the floor. Let the top of your thighs, your quadriceps melt down towards the floor. Your hips rest. And feel the stretch in the front body. Feel the stretch in the stomach, top of the stomach, in the chest area. And if you like to open up your throat, see that the elongation happens not necessarily with the back of the neck being crooked like that, but you want to elongate through the front of the body so that the back of the neck stays long as part of your spine, your entire spine. You don't want to really compress the cervical spine. So allow the back of the neck to be long. Inhale. And exhale. So you can stay here and practice. This is a wonderful opening and strengthening for the back. Or you can place your palms flat on your mat and then gently lift your chest up, lifting into seal pose. Now if you come into seal pose and you feel too much compression on your back, please come back down. Otherwise, stay here for another moment. Stretching the front body. Feel the extension in the spine. Lifting, inhale up. And exhale. And 2 more inhalations and exhalations in this pose. So inhale, lift the front body. Feel as if you're stretching open the front body as opposed to dumping into the lower back. Can you lift the chest up? Inhale. And exhale. And again, notice if you squeeze the buttocks as you lift it up. If so, relax the glutes. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, coming down all the way back down on your elbows. Pause here for a moment. And then bend your elbows, move your blanket if you're using a blanket. Stack your hands on top of each other, bringing your forehead down on your hands. Back to crocodile pose and pause. And then as you're ready, very gently begin to slide your hands next to your chest and then gently come back up on all fours. Tabletop pose. And we're just going to do a couple of cat-cows before we move on. So inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, round the back, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin. And 2 more times, just like this, inhaling, lift the chest up, tailbone is up. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, and tuck the tailbone. And really slowly move through this as if you're moving through water. Take your time, inhale. And exhale, round the back. This time, you're going to take your hips all the way back towards your heels and come into a beautiful child's pose, bringing your forehead all the way down to the earth. Inhale. Exhale. And you can stay here for as long as you like to. Or if you're ready to move on with the rest of your day, slowly place yourself up into a comfortable seat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bringing your hands to the heart center. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.